Another episode of Friendship is Kind.
What up, Nate?
Nothing.
Friendship is Kind, episode 31. Let's go, motherfuckers. Woo!
We'll edit effects in.
Hell yeah.
To make
Are these
that
new
cool.
Birks?
They're not new, but I don't wear them ever because... So I committed to wearing these because you're supposed to wear them like religiously to break them in.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and then I just got 2 huge blisters on both my feet.
Did you get them on the bridge?
Yep, right there. We have the same feet.
You know what I got is a pair of Cabela's boots. Cabela's actually makes boots. Look, it says Cabela's right there. It's $100 for those. And they're good. And they're wide too. I have wide feet. Dude, I found out I have a huge ass bunion on my foot. I'll put a picture of that right here. But I had never had one.
Bunions are weird.
Might be from all the White Claw. What are you going to do?
What are bunions from? Wearing shoes that are too tight?
I don't know what they're from. I think it could be genetic. Also, a lot of gymnasts get bunions. Also, it could just be from, I don't know. Maybe drinking? I don't know. Because you can get gout from drinking.
What is gout again?
It's like I think something in your foot crystallizes and it fucks your foot up. Oh, actually, it might be from skiing.
Oh,
last
ski
time
boots.
I went skiing with an E-Man was doing all this crazy shit and I was trying to keep up and then I think I think I fucked up my foot, the tendon. Probably should have got it looked at, but fuck it, whatever.
When you're skiing and you're on the lift and you have to take your glove off and get something in your pocket. Finally.
Oh,
Dropping it. Dude, Corey jumped off the ski lift one time.
really?
From very high
Because
up.
it stopped?
No, he had like a cartoon idea of jumping off a ski lift, like it's gonna be pillowy or something. I don't know what he thought, but he jumped off the ski lift and like got hurt. Like he didn't break anything, but like it hurt really bad, and he shouldn't have done it. Isn't that funny?
Corey, dude, what the heck, man? Welcome to Post Up University.
Post Up University is sick.
Yeah,
Is Post Up University is sick? Is what I just said.
that would be a good t-shirt.
What, a shirt that says Post Up University is sick is what I just said on
No.
a t-shirt?
That was very meta, but no, Nate.
All right, dude. You said you had a lot for me
I have
today.
a list. Nicholas Franklin has prepared a list.
Wow.
First thing on the list, episode 31. A decree by Nicholas Franklin. Okay, I have a quiz for you. Since you've been watching Lord of the Rings, I have a Lord of the Rings quiz.
It can't be anything Hobbit.
Okay, that's fine.
Maybe. Let him roll.
Okay. There's only one question. This is to like see.
There's one question.
There's one question. This is just to see if you've
hard?
been paying attention. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
going to ask you it and we'll see what you... You ready?
Me like so anxious. Yeah, what is it?
Since Bilbo is Frodo's dad, who is Frodo's mom?
Who is Frodo's mom? Oh, you know what? So I don't know her name, but so she is from a different tribe of hobbits, and it was like kind of blasphemous for her to be with Bilbo. I think I was just starting to, or is this Bilbo's parents? I'm thinking of Bilbo's parents.
I
Wait,
think.
I didn't know Bilbo. Bilbo is not Frodo's dad.
Who is he?
That's what it was. That was the trick.
Who
It's
is
a
he?
trick question.
Then who is he?
Bilbo is not Frodo's dad.
Who is he then?
God, dude, I think you only really find this out in The Hobbit.
Mm-mm.
This is a Hobbit question.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
It's not. It's not.
I think it is.
He is related, but how is he related?
He's not his uncle, is he? He is his uncle?
He's his uncle.
That's
Good.
the answer?
Okay, good. You caught it. I was worried there for a sec.
So I was thinking of Bilbo's parents. I just started reading The Hobbit and got confused. But Bilbo's parents, they were like, not blasphemous. but
Peregrine Took. His mom was a Took.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't place.
And I think they were like
And for
Shunned
her
by
to
the
be with a
Hog.
Baggins was like, what?
Yeah.
Is what I was getting at. But I
Very
couldn't place that.
Shakespearean.
Who are Frodo's parents?
I actually don't know. It might go over it in the books. I don't know.
I've always thought that was really weird.
Frodo's rents. Good catch on that. I thought I stumped your ass.
Well, you kind of led me to it a little bit.
It's all right. That was good, though. You saved yourself.
Well, when you said it at first, you said it so confidently that I was like, oh, wait, is Bilbo his dad? But I don't know.
That was all part of the setup. When I was... Okay, so I went to Portland. First of all, I got this in Portland.
That's very cool.
I was thrifting, and I found this E.T. doll.
Can I hold him?
Sure. And
Is he a boy? He's an alien.
He's an alien.
He was always coded as a boy alien to me. If I had to gender ET, he's a boy. What do you think? Keep going. Sorry.
Gender fluid. I saw that and I bought it so fast. It was seriously the quickest purchase I think I've ever made in my life.
Wait, what?
Right? I think someone's grandma made that for them.
To Riem from Grandma Dorothy, 1983.
Right? Isn't that creepy?
Or does it say 1283?
But also cool.
1983. That's very weird, dude.
1983. That thing's like 40 years old.
I would have thought E.T. came out in like the 90s.
Right? I think it was an 80s movie.
Weird.
Or she was a time traveler.
A time traveler. Dude, do you want to know somebody and whose whole family loves E.T.?
John
and Ben and
Don't
Tim.
let John ever see that then.
Dude, he might nab this from you.
Isn't it kind of cute?
Yeah, I like E.T. as an adult. When I was a kid,
I was afraid of him.
Yeah.
I was horrified.
You know, it's interesting. You thrifted that? John and I thrifted an E.T. figurine in college. Yeah. It was like a...
Connect the dots.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Weird parallelism.
E.T. is... I used to be afraid of him, and now I'm not.
I was going to say that. Yeah, he scared me. Scary
I used to be
vibes.
afraid of Gollum, too.
Yeah, E.T. scared me because isn't there a scene where he's like dying? He's like...
Yeah, he's white.
Yeah, I hated that. I hated that a lot.
That movie is scary.
My dad made my brother and I watch it.
Me too.
And it was like very scary.
My dad was at someone's house for work, and he put a movie on for me to because he was working with his business partner, and he put fucking E.T. on. That movie scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Fuck E.T.
Fuck E.T.
But I'm over that fear. It's like the Gollum thing. Like, now that I've been working out, I'm like, if this dude ever showed up in the woods, I would fucking swanton bomb his... I would do the backbreaker thing with his neck, his long ass neck.
Go Rock Lee on his ass. Naruto fans know what I'm talking about. Spinning him into the ground head first. Yeah.
Break his finger off. Take it as a souvenir.
Oh,
Light up finger.
Oh.
Ow. Ow. Go Gollum mode on his ass.
Dude.
Go Gollum mode. Trying to get something to catch on.
Let's go Gollum mode.
Go Smeagol mode.
We kind of got... Wedding Crashers mode had some traction.
It did, actually.
Wedding Crashers mode was good. But Gollum mode, I don't know.
Let's see if we can get it to catch on in the comments, guys. Come on.
I don't think I've used Wedding Crashers mode a lot this year, and I don't think I'll ever Gollum mode.
I made a creature with AI that is both Yoda and Gollum combined. I call it Smeoda.
Smeoda.
I'll put it right here.
Are you going to show me? Or you couldn't? You probably couldn't.
I'll show it.
Show me after. Yeah. Here, hold on. I'll laugh at it once you put it up there. Oh my God.
Right?
It's hilarious.
Smeoda. It's Gollum and Yoda combined.
Dude, so I saw something with AI that you may have seen. I don't know if it's real, but I think it is. But it has the ability now, or there's some AI program that has the ability you can write in text and it will make a 3D animation or 2D animation video of what you type in.
That's awesome.
So you could type in a car drives down a dark country road in the middle of autumn with light rain, fades into the windshield the wipers, blah blah blah, and it will do that.
Really?
Which is crazy.
Wait, what's it called?
I don't know. I'll show you it after this, and maybe we can put a video. But
That's
I saved
so
it for
cool.
you.
That's
And
fucking awesome.
speaking of John, again, I sent it to him because John's always like, his thing is like, he's trying to be. He is one. He's not trying to be, but he's a writer. But he's trying to get his works published someday. He's trying to be a screenwriter, and he's always like, oh man, like I just wish I didn't have to write and illustrate and storyboard, and it takes so much time. And it's like, you might not have to anymore one day. Isn't that crazy? In like 5 years,
Even with just images, I think it's like a major breakthrough.
I literally think in 5 years, if we have this now, in 5 in 5 years, I'm like, I'll start storyboarding and making shit because that's the biggest thing holding me back. I'm like, why would I even try the amount of effort and time I don't have?
The learning curve is like,
Absolutely.
so sharp.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The computer's learning itself. Scary. Did you see Elon's AI robot or the robot thing that they have that does chores? The Tesla robot. You didn't see it? It's a humanoid robot.
When was this?
Recently.
No, I didn't.
Within the last 2 weeks.
I didn't see it. I kind of am like, I don't know anything anymore.
Dude, Elon is Facredo. But did I tell you about Portland?
You did, and you said that you got the ET thing there, but that's about it.
Okay, that's where I started. All right, so I got the ET
You didn't
thing.
finish. You were telling me something about Portland a little earlier.
I had a show. Show was dope, but afterwards there were these kids, not kids, they were adults, but you know when you just like,
Yeah.
I just say kids, who drove from Canada. They drove from Vancouver to come see the show.
No way.
And they were smoking a fucking backwood, and I was like, okay, these kids are hilarious. And they were probably like 22, like they were younger. And I was like, what's up, guys? And they were like, yeah, we just drove down from Canada. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. And then they were like introducing themselves. I was like, yo, so how do you guys know each other? And one dude was like, yo, this is my cousin. And it was like a total like, I kind of like just had a moment with him. I was like, you guys don't know how much that fucking means to me. Like,
yeah.
He's like, that's the only person I would have come on this trip with, dude. My fucking cousin Zach right here.
That's
and I
hilarious.
actually took a video of it, and I'll put it right here. Yo, I'm at my show in Portland after the show, and I met a group of people who reminded me of me and my cousins. This dude, my man's Benson, and his cousin Zach drove here from Canada,
Vancouver, flat tire and everything.
and I was like, yo, how do you know him? And he was like, he's my cousin. And I immediately just thought of my cousins. Cousin love. Whoa. Shosh.
Dude, posted.
That's awesome. I really want to see that.
But yeah, they were so fucking pumped, and I was like, and their tire popped. So they had to like get their tire. It was like a whole like just adventure.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, I only hang out with my cousins really too. So
yeah,
that's awesome to see that you guys are.
I love meeting people like that who just have like the same vibe.
I was almost like, oh my God, like there's other people out there that just hang out with their family.
Yeah. Yeah, there are. And they're kind of usually similar to us.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Down to earth.
Yinzer. A couple Yinzers drove down from Vancouver.
To suck the bag. Suckle upon the good bag.
That's cool. How far away is Vancouver from Portland? It's like a couple hours?
I think it was like 6 hours.
Damn. That's a huge commitment.
Yeah.
Did you have a good set?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
And this dude from Long Island, Nick Alex, really funny comedian, he was with me. And he opened and he fucking did an amazing job too. So it was a great show.
Nice.
It was a good show.
That's good. I mean, Portland is like definitely an area where I'd be like, yeah, I would expect you to do well there. I'm trying to think like, where would I expect you to have like a Rocky show? Like, is there any particular area?
Detroit was actually a tough show.
I was going to say, are there any areas of the country where you're like, you would think they're my crowd, but they're just not? I don't know.
It randomly will happen. Like you'll just go into a club and like when you're traveling all over the country for stand-up, the energy, like most comedians have like a home base. Like I'm a Pittsburgh comedian and I do like Pittsburgh comedy. Like I know the local like happenings and all this stuff. But like when I come in, I don't really know that. So you kind of have to like, you basically have to read the room and like
Yeah.
figure out how to say different jokes and what jokes are landing, and it's different every fucking time.
Hmm.
But that's the challenge and cool part of it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't know how I would be with that. Like, man, I get so swayed by the atmosphere in a room. I feel like if I went up there and it was like like just like a tight crowd, I'd be like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would. But I don't know. Like, do you have like a go-to? Like,
Your
all right, we're gonna
instincts
come on, guys, everybody up. We're gonna get the crowd into this kind of
No.
deal. You never have any.
I feel like that is so hard to, because I'm thinking if I was in the crowd and someone was doing that to me, I'd be like, I'm not saying.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah.
But do you like?
I never. If it's not.
There's no
going-
like any crowd trick go-to.
If just do a better job or like slow down. Usually people speed up when the room is tight because you're just dumping all your material. You're like, dude, I'll do anything to make these people. You really get into like this primal fight or flight kind of mode.
Yeah.
But what you're supposed to do is just like calm down, kind of slow down, and then maybe take a beat, let everyone like readjust, and then like. But yeah, I mean, I think the worst thing or like the cheesiest thing I see is when a comedian's not doing very well and they're like, guys, come on, what's the deal, guys? Like
that's the worst.
I think the worst thing you could do is like acknowledge that it's not going
that
well.
you're bombing.
Yeah. I think it's better to just own it and be like, you know what, this is kind of a stinker. I'm just going to power through it, but I'm not going to like make it weirder than it already is.
I think it'd be funny, but maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe I'm like romanticizing the idea of it, but it'd be kind of funny to be like, all right, guys, I'm going to get through the rest of my set and I'm going to send you guys on your way.
Some people do that. Sometimes it's like, and especially like if it's someone like people recognize me from Vine, and sometimes that's the only reason they're coming to the show. Like, I just want to see fucking Nick. Like, I don't care about whoever the opening guy is. Like, that happens all the time. Which is unfortunate, but I mean, it happens.
Yeah, I never considered that. Have you ever run into anybody who's like, I don't want to work with any of these fucking internet talents?
They've never said it,
but you've
outright,
picked
but
up on
definitely, yeah. A lot of people.
Hey,
like
good
that.
set, man.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that.
That was a really good set, dude. Nice to meet you.
Which it's like the argument is always like, I always hear like, man, fucking, I should have got on Instagram, man. And I'm like, dude, yeah, it's fucking free.
You could still get on.
You can still get on Insta, or any internet thing.
Do you ever feel not you, I guess, because you had millions of followers on Vine. But I was gonna say, do you ever feel like there was a social media platform that was perfectly catered to you at one point in time, but you were either just too old or too young for it? I think YouTube was one of those things.
Yelp.
We always were interested in YouTube. Even from when we were like 9. And I remember we desperately all wanted YouTube channels at that point. We had a family YouTube channel for comedy and like skits.
Kodak Productions.
Yeah. And that was one thing. I still don't feel quite old enough for YouTube. I'm like, God, I'm just like a young dude. I don't know. Just a dude. But I always felt like YouTubers were adults when I was a kid. I didn't feel old enough for YouTube.
Like Smosh.
Yeah, they were all Smosh. Like Smosh felt so old and they were like 16.
Smiota.
What are you checking here?
Just to make sure these levels are coming in swimmingly. They are.
Okay.
Just as I presumed. Smosh was, they were like just operating at I didn't know how to use all the software.
No, I didn't.
We didn't have like a camera.
My parents weren't getting me a camera for YouTube. They didn't know what YouTube was. Yeah, but
we still made some funny ass shit.
Yeah,
we need to we need to get the Cribs video off the fucking I think there might be some gold on that computer.
I've looked through and it's very family specific gold.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be funny. You know what I mean?
The Cribs video would be funny.
Yeah, maybe.
And the hunting video.
Maybe. I think those are maybes. Those are like
Spooky Josh. We need
counts.
to re-upload that to this.
Yeah.
I tried to get onto a couple of my hard drives and they won't seem to boot or like even come.
That's funny.
Is that bad?
No, I don't. It's whatever.
How do you get it off?
I don't know. FBI technology.
Yeah.
I read that if you take a hammer, let's say you took a shotgun with like birdshot, and you shot your hard drive or your phone or whatever, they can still get your data off it. They could still pull bits of data from that device.
Hell
like
yeah.
the only way to do it is to either fully destroy it, light it on fire, something. Like you have to. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok about that the other day.
Wow.
But so I'm sure you can get your data somehow. I don't know, or your whatever this you have on there. Dude,
Just some old music and stuff.
in the same vein, you know that iPad that Grammy had that I can't get into because the thing is whatever. The Apple ID, she doesn't remember. She made it and forgot it the second day. So here's the story with that iPad. We got it for her. She made an Apple ID, didn't remember it, never signed back in. It's been sitting in my parents' drawer for like 5 years. I took it to the store to try and get it unlocked, and they were like, it's too old. Our online records don't go back far enough to be able for you to prove your purchase. So there's no way to unlock the device short of Grammy somehow remembering the password.
Which is not happening.
Which will never happen.
Never.
And I explained to them that to them at the store. I was like, can you is there anything you can do? And they were like, no. So it's a brand new iPad from 2016 that has never been used and that is permanently unusable. How stupid is that?
We should blow
Put in
it
the
up.
comments if you want to buy it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, maybe you could figure out.
If you want to
something with
jailbreak it, it's a 2016 iPad.
it.
I
Yeah.
will literally
I'm
send
sure
it to you.
some hacker could figure it out.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Boom.
Make an offer.
400.
400,000. A new one isn't even $400.
400 grand. Oh, I have an update for you. I sold all my cards.
All of them.
Yeah.
Every single card.
Yeah.
How much did you get?
Well,
It remains to be seen.
I didn't buy them. I didn't sell them for nothing. I sold them to upgrade. But what I upgraded to, you will have to see. It's going to be a secret surprise.
Okay.
But
that's curious.
Right? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell a soul. But I will show you something that I got the other day at the card store that I'm really happy about. It's a base set 2 Charizard with a swirl.
No way.
It's fucking badass.
That is sick.
And the swirl is right by the mouth too. It's like it fucking is breathing the swirl out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that badass?
Dude, unique swirls go for a lot of money potentially.
I know. I'm going to send that card in. I'm also going to send another card in that I'm not telling you about until I get it back.
This is awesome. Very
Right?
cool.
I saw that and I was like, fuck.
Mm.
I was like,
Oh, that swirl is fucking amazing, man.
right?
Wow.
I think that could come back like a 7 or 8, honestly. Like it's not terrible. Judging by what we saw with the Aquapolis return cards.
It's one of those things where it's like I don't see any reason for it to come back anything lower than a 9 other than that one little white nick on the back, but there's 10s with that nick on them. I don't know. So who knows? That swirl is so beautiful.
Show it to the peeps.
Oh, wait, hold on. People were complaining. They're like, the cards aren't even centered. Beautiful looking card.
I saw it and I was like, damn. Sometimes they have a... Cho takes care of me. Oh, Cho recognized who I was.
Oh, really?
Cho was like, someone came in here after I was in there and was like, was that Nicoletti from Vine? And then Cho was like, oh, I guess it is Nicoletti from Vine. Oh, I was like, all right.
That's hilarious.
Fuck yeah, Chozers. Cho is the local codsmith who's always hooking it up fatty style. Yeah, that swirl's sick. Looks like it's coming right out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Base set 2, not, base set 1, but still a fucking old card.
What's the population on that card? Do you know?
I don't
like
know.
on PSA, have you looked it up?
I don't know.
I've been getting really into that because there's specific cards that have, just for whatever reason, they have an extremely low population.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I think is I think a smart and interesting card investment strategy, which I'm not doing, but I think would be cool would be to like target the most sought after sets and then look at the cards that are most obtainable, like the cheapest ones with the lowest populations,
Yeah.
and buy those up because people like hardcore collectors want to have a perfect set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want the complete set.
Of gem mint 10s.
Yeah, and like that one Eevee I was telling you about, it has like 2,500 PSA 9 population and like 28 PSA 10 population. You could just buy up a whole bunch of ungraded, good-looking ones.
Yeah.
Hope you get a 10. $5,000
I think that's
card.
a great strategy.
$5,000 card. And in PSA 9, it's like $80.
I think it's a better strategy to just buy the card because I've spent so much money on packs. I've probably spent enough to have bought a really sick card on stupid ass packs that I pulled nothing out of.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, like the past 25 packs, I've got nothing from.
I think when you die and you go to heaven, God has a book of all this, of the shit like that. It's like, dude, here's what you could have bought with all the money you spent on Brilliant Stars booster packs.
That's funny to think about. What's the one purchase in your life where you're like, if I could have all the money I ever spent back on that, I would take all of it back?
Probably alcohol.
Really? Alcohol is probably up there for me. But I will make my amendment to that is only alcohol I've bought in public. Like bought and consumed in public, like at bars and shit.
Yeah.
In clubs. That is such a mistake. I've probably spent like a couple grand on like 100 drinks out, which is crazy to think about that. You know what I mean?
Drinking's not cheap at all.
I mean, you'll get 2 or 3 drinks at the bar and your tab will be like $58 fucking dollars sometimes. And you're like,
yeah. Dude, I was in Mexico and I fucking bought a margarita in the airport. It was $67 for one margarita.
67.
Yeah.
Dude, that beats my pina colada story. I always tell this story where I went to Miami with my friend Andy when we were way too broke to go. Yeah. I'm still too broke to go, but he's not. But we went when we were both way too broke to go, like in college.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, yeah, the cheapest pina colada we found in a Dixie cup was $22.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I was like, we don't have the money to be here. We had a budget. We're like, yeah, we've got a couple $100 for the trip. And that was like
Miami's pretty expensive.
Not even enough for a night of fun. Not even enough for one night of fun.
Miami's a trip. Yeah.
But
count me out.
Alcohol's up there.
Yeah, I've definitely spent a ton of money on alcohol.
Yu-Gi-Oh is up there for me. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm like, I have no retained value from any Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Me too.
Expenditure ever.
Me too.
Pokemon I do.
I could have spent.
I still have equity in Pokemon. All of my Yu-Gi-Oh anything it's all gone. That's thousands definitely.
Yeah.
Over the duration of my life.
I'm just like, damn, I need to like start making hell of cash. And I know how to do it.
What's your secret? What's Nicholas Franklin's secret?
Amazon
Nicholas
Fulfillment Center. No, I don't know. I'm on the verge of some mage breakthrough, but
cut to you working at Amazon Fulfillment Center.
Smoking. Boop. No, I said it's 5. I'm off in 5. Get off my ass. Monster neck tattoo. I saw a dude with a 412 neck tattoo the other day and at Mount Washington. I thought it was fucking awesome. I was like, Jake, you need to get a 412 neck tattoo.
It's like this guy at work who I don't work with him, but it's a weird thing. But anyway.
You work adjacent to him?
I work adjacent to him, yes. That was nice phrasing. And
you got it. Nicholas Franklin.
And he has 2 tattoos. I think I've said this before on the show. He has 2 tattoos, Mike and then Michael. Those are his tattoos.
What?
Yeah. One that says Mike and the other that says Michael. His coworker pointed it out to me one day. I was like, bullshit. And I saw him just working. One arm says Mike, the other says Michael. I was like,
what is that?
I'm never asking.
Yeah.
I like the mystery better.
And if you asked him, he'd probably square up with your ass.
No, yeah. I don't ask people the meaning of their tattoos. That's like
some dude like breaks down in the middle of work. It's my pap.
Hearing the reason behind somebody's tattoo is the equivalent of hearing somebody tell you about their dream they had.
Right. You're like, yeah, I wasn't there.
None of that matters to me at all.
And yeah, the emotions that you felt were for you.
Mm-hmm.
That was not for me.
That should be a PSA. Anybody who's ever going to start a conversation off with, "Oh my God, I had the craziest dream last night." That's where it ends. Just make that where the conversation ends. I had the craziest dream last night.
Period.
Boom. The end. Next. That's all it should ever be.
That's so
Don't you
funny.
hate when people
It is
like,
true.
dude, I was back in high school.
And I was at the grocery. You remember that grocery store?
Yeah, but everything there was free and it was weird. And you're
then,
like,
you remember Mr. Brown, the gym custodian?
even if
He was there.
and everyone who's telling you about their dream, it always sounds made up, even if it isn't.
Yeah.
I have no way to discern if it is or not. And so I'm just assuming you're faking this dream for no reason. I don't know. So it's like, just save it.
Yeah, you could just cut him off and be like, yeah, I don't want to know. I don't care.
Saw a TikTok. Some guy was like, have an extra chatty Uber driver. Try this out. And the Uber driver was talking and he was like, all right. And then he kept talking and he was like, all right. And then the Uber driver just stops talking.
Wait, I need to see that.
It's so funny. I'll show you
I
after
need
this.
to see that.
Anytime
We're going to
anyone's
put that right here.
anytime anyone's gonna start telling me about their dream, I'm just gonna go, all right.
That's so fucking funny.
I feel like we're at the age now where we're like, I don't care anymore. I'm done hearing about dreams you had last night.
Yeah.
You know? All right.
All right. Just keep driving.
Okay. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I've had
Thank you.
the ones where I never talk, like I'm always very polite. Like I just get in the fucking car and I sit there. And
Uber?
I go on my phone. Yeah, I'm not like I'll respond if someone wants to start a conversation with me. But I had a woman the other night and she like the whole time it was after my show in Detroit and it was an hour Uber back to where I was staying and she did not stop talking the entire time. And it was like she got like there was like a racist part about it, like when you sit back and just let someone fucking go, like start talking, like she was like talking about how she was picking up, it just got really bad. I'm not going to go into details, but
what was she picking up, man?
It definitely got. I was like, yikes!
Yeah.
Thank God I
I'm safe.
almost, gonna be out of this person's car, but yeah, I mean. They're just people driving you. Like at the end of the day, it's just like a random dude picking you up in his car.
Yeah.
And you're like subject to whatever day that person has had.
Yeah. I would never. I don't think I've
I want to
never.
write a movie about like a killer Uber driver.
That's a good idea. I really think it is. I've said that before. Or someone has said that before. Maybe John even.
John,
and I was
made that
like,
up?
you should write that. It would probably sell.
I think I probably made it up before John.
What would you call it? It has to have some cheesy ass name.
Uber gone bad.
No.
Scary Uber. Lifted. It's about a kidnapping. About a girl who gets in a lift and she's kidnapped. By a zombie.
Abducted. Like abducted, but Uber. Abducted.
How about clubed to death?
What's clubed?
Like a club, like club to
like
death.
Uber?
But Uber. Clubbered to death. Clubbered to death. I think that one's probably the best one.
But dude, I've never
in a
felt
Lyft.
comfortable with Uber, Lyft, taxis.
Really?
I don't really take them.
I think you have to come off scarier than they do. So I always try to look as scary as possible when I'm getting in.
I only
don't
ever
talk.
I only ever took them in college. Dude,
I've
it's
taken
weird.
Like a million.
It's a weird concept, Uber. Imagine if a stranger pulled up to you and was like, "Do you need a ride?" And they were like, "I'll give it to you, $60." You'd be like, "I don't even know you." No.
That's the thing about humans. Like,
Isn't that weird? But since it's Uber and I don't know.
there's a lot of evil in the world, but then there's like people like, I mean, I think for the most part, people just do their job on Uber. Like they just pick people up and drop them off. I think we think that there's like evil shit happening all the time, but I think most of the time it's just like that dude's just trying to get his kid some Red Robin coupons. You know?
Yeah. Oh, you know what's in the same vein as all this? Have you seen the Jeffrey Dahmer thing everyone's talking about? Don't you find that a little odd? Not to go all like what's appropriate or not mode on everyone. I'm
don't-
the least person
I
for that.
personally, I don't agree. I think it's kind of fucking weird and fucking like fetishizing that.
Yeah, and I'm seeing Snapchat articles
I don't-
where
I
it's
think
like
it's
Jeffrey
weird.
Dahmer reacts to his murders. I'm like, why is it being like promoted where kids can see it?
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's very weird. Here's a PSA. Kids don't even ever need to know who Jeffrey Dahmer is.
Yeah.
No one ever needs to know.
I'm just like, I just watched like a clip.
He's not like a historical figure.
Yeah, I was like, this is so weird.
Why are we learning
Why
about
are we glorifying
crimes
this?
that happened?
Yeah.
Who cares? No offense to like victims and whatever.
Because it sells. That's what Hollywood is like.
Oh, of course. I mean, I know why, but you
money.
know, it's just I find it rich.
Hollywood has no morals.
It's weird. I find it rich that we've ostracized certain behaviors as a society, but let's make a Ted Bundy movie. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Can't we just let that shit go?
Let's make a Jeffrey Dahmer thing. Like
People are making like fucking like thirst edits of Jeffrey Dahmer and shit.
yeah, and here's the thing: anything that's like
Fan edits. What do they call those?
I don't know. What do you mean?
They're like
Those,
this like the K-pop edits.
I don't
So-
know. There was like a specific
Yeah, I guess it's just called edits,
edit. Yeah,
but it's gross.
dude, it's weird.
It'd be like making one of Osama. It'd be like making an edit of Osama bin Laden.
yeah, dude, it's like think of it this way: anything that's not just reading the Wikipedia page about what happened is weird and for money and
Yeah.
a reason that's not morally centered or good. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean? I mean, I heard people were kind of pissed about it. I don't think I'm alone in this. I'm not pissed about it. I'm just like,
I think
I just find that a little funny that like this is where we're at. Like, oh, I don't know anything about Andrew Tate. I really don't. I kind of checked out. I'm not like up on the know. I feel like Andrew Tate's even irrelevant at this point. But like, I didn't know anything about his philosophy, but philosophy or whatever. But like, people like him are ostracized, like they're criminals, but will make movies about real rapists, murderers,
Yeah.
real criminals.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? You know what I mean? Isn't it weird? Isn't everything
It is
so
fucking
weird?
bizarre.
Not to sound like crazy right now, but isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Like media and shit.
The world has gone mad,
Yeah.
and it's up to this podcast to keep it in check.
to keep it real.
That's why we smoke for you guys, the viewers.
That's
So
why
you
we
don't have
smoke.
to.
No correlation to anything.
I
That's
think
why
it's
we
fucked
smoke.
up. I think it's fucking.
I don't know.
All I know is my kids definitely. I think I'll give them a Game Boy to play with. No internet access. But those little fuckers are going to be so cunning. I'm like scared.
What if the internet's not around?
That would be awesome.
Like, what if something else replaces it?
The sphere.
The Sphinternet?
The sphincternet.
This Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania
Hold
net?
your ass is close. Oh, something else I wanted to talk about is when I was in Portland, so Nick Alex, the comedian I was with, he also does the diet that I do. So it's like meat and fruit, which has been working amazing, by the way. And I've been reading that kids with ADHD can highly benefit from a clean diet, which is what I've been eating. And I went to a thrift store and I could focus on everything I was looking at, which was kind of like almost like tears of joy emitting because I
Mhm.
felt so good. And usually when I go into a store like that, it's like so fucking overwhelming that I get like anxious and I end
Yeah.
up not looking at anything.
You get
because I'm, like,
overstimulated.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we were in Portland and he ate the same as he eats the same as I do. So meat and fruit. So we go to this burger place to order. We just wanted to get some patties and I don't know if it's Portland or if it was just this particular burger stand, but they must have been so pretentious and just fed up with us. Cause we were like, hey, can we just get 2? We want to get like 4 patties, just the patties. And the dude was like, most I can do is 2, man. Yeah. And then he told us another place to go that can give you more patties. So he's like the worst businessman ever. He was literally telling us to go give our business to some other place when he could have just he gave us a patty limit, dude.
That's very weird.
So
why?
That was a mage.
Why would he give you a patty limit?
I don't know. But it totally
Just was like insulted.
I feel like he was maybe insulted that we wouldn't just eat it the way they would prepare it.
Yeah, it's
They're
so
like, this is
stupid.
our burger place, man. This is how we make them.
So dumb.
No fucking substitutions.
There's the reason why the customer is always right was like a cliche thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I felt that way.
I'm like, dude, just give me 3.
Dude, here's an I'm an
paying you.
Here's an I'm an asshole story really quickly because no one cares. But so I went and picked up pizza the other day. And I always say light cheese. No, actually pizza.
Yeah.
I always say light cheese because I don't really want a lot of cheese on my pizza.
Right.
That I'm fucking spending my money on. Dickhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go and pick up the pizza.
Pete's.
I go and pick up the pizza and the guy's like, I was like, yeah, pick up. And he was like, Nate. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, light cheese. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, almost killed me to do it. Like tongue in cheek and gave it to me. And I was like, like, I'm such an asshole for saying this, but I really would have preferred if you just handed me the fucking pizza and shut your mouth. Why did you comment about what I... That's
Right?
like someone. That's like me getting olives on it and the guy going, olives, weird taste.
Yeah.
And me going, maybe just keep it and I won't pay you, you fucking idiot. If I wanted to comment about my pizza.
Let's expand on that. That'd be like walking into a store with a wheelchair and the person being like, couldn't walk, huh?
Tough time getting in the door. And being like, fucking, yeah, I'm handicapped.
No shit, dude.
Yeah, he was like, light cheese really hurt me to do it.
Sorry.
I was like,
Sorry, man.
I wanted to be like, what do you want me to do? Not order anymore? What? It's a problem. I gave you business. I never see anyone in here. Why are you talking?
I think
to
there
people
should
like
be
that?
a massive resurgence of
The customer's always right.
I'm just being bluntly honest.
Yeah. Just give the customer the
your
pizza.
pizza's not good enough for you to be copying an attitude right now.
No, seriously. I here's what I wanted when I went and picked up my pizza.
What's your favorite Pittsburgh pizza?
The place I picked up from.
You're
Funny
not going to
enough.
mention them?
No, because I don't want any.
Don't want to give them
I
any
love
biz?
the pizza. I love the pizza. No, I don't want anyone to be like an asshole and like call them and be like,
Oh.
or to call them and be like, yeah, this is Nate. I ordered light cheese. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, but like, dude, when I pick up my food, I just want, what'd you get, man? You pick up for Nate?
Cool.
Oh, good to go. 1098. Have a
Right.
good day, man. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, was that easy? Wow.
Killed me to do it.
Almost killed me to do it.
That sucks.
Cool. I'm never ordering again from here.
From here.
Because now I feel like a burden ordering what I want on my
Yeah.
pizza. I feel weird for ordering what I want to consume. So, I don't know.
Service fucking people, man.
I was also like snapped after like a stressful day at work.
Yeah.
But like, I was just like, dude,
You're just human. It happens. I love service people, by
I
the
want
way.
to turn into like Giga asshole and be like, I'm going to walk out and come back in and we can try again. Come back in. Hey, yeah. I got a pickup. Yeah, thanks for my pizza. Here's fucking $15.
Throw it at him.
Almost heard me. It fucking almost killed me to do that.
Almost killed me to do this. Pay.
No
tip. Ooh.
Tip them 20 cents. Almost killed me to tip you that.
Almost killed me to tip you nothing. One time when I was a kid, I didn't know what tips were, and the pizza man came and delivered the pizza and like put his foot in the door almost, like waiting for the tip as I was closing the door.
No way.
I was like, sorry, man. I think I literally paid him exact change for the pizza. It was like 15 fucking 58 or something. I was like, here, man.
Handing him $16. Keep the change.
Keep the change. In my fucking parents' house, all paid for, like playing fucking Game Boy SP.
So good.
Whatevs.
What does it take for you to not tip? I always love asking that. And we've talked about it on
Really
here.
bad service. I actually had it takes a lot. I tip everyone. But it takes a fucking lot. One time we waited 2 hours for our food. I did not tip that time.
I definitely protest tipping now more than ever because the tipping's getting egregious.
Oh, dude, you have to tip the fucking person for taking your order at Starbucks now.
I'm like, no thanks.
Add a tip. And then they give you like the puppy eyes when you don't tip.
I'm like, no, aren't you making like $20 an hour to
I'm like,
make
dude,
coffee?
What?
No, here's a tip. Put your vape down. You look like a loser.
Yeah, sew those gauges ear holes up.
Sew those gauges shut and get everything you have here lasered off.
Yeah, get the eagle tattoo you got on your neck removed. Just get a whole new neck.
I don't know. I don't know what people like. Honestly, this audience
It's not our job.
Well, kind of. for doing this.
It's fuck no.
The viewers, fuck what they like.
It's our job to be the artists.
I get a lot of mixed signals from this viewer base for sure. Just on everything. I'm like, I don't know. Really.
I love them.
I love them all.
I love them all. I love them all.
I love them all, but I get mixed. I don't know. I don't have a read on this.
I think there's
group.
a solid group of people who are ride or dies, and those are the people that I care about. Anyone who's on the fence, I'm like,
whatever.
Yeah, stay if you want.
If us telling the Starbucks worker to sew the gauges shut.
Yeah, it's funny. Who cares?
It is
If
funny.
you would have said that at a stand-up show, you would have got a laugh. It's hilarious.
Sew those gauges shut.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone is like listening with gauges right now? Like,
maybe. But I mean, gauges were like so 2010.
take them out. Yikes.
Also, it's like cultural appropriation. I don't think it's like politically correct to wear gauges. There's tribes all over the world that still do things like that. You just look like a fucking jackass. Okay, let's be honest.
You know what?
If you're a white dude
you're
with
getting
gauges and dreads, you're a fucking jackass.
I would love
Boom.
I would love for 16-year-old you to listen to you say that, but
I would totally agree with that still.
I don't think so.
Dreads
Dreads is, well,
and gauges. I don't think I ever thought gauges were cool. I think I always was like,
there was a
gauges,
kid.
really? You're going to make your ear hole bigger?
There was a kid in high school who had gauges who just looked cool.
Some
And-
people can definitely pull it off.
Yeah, he pulled it off. His name was Ted. I won't drop his last name. But we always sat next
Shouts
to each
to
other
Ted.
because his last name. my
You have to
last
be
name.
committed though to pull it off. Like if you just have
He was
them
committed. He looked cool. Smoked cigs.
willy nilly. Yeah, if
he
you
had it.
smoke cigs.
He was like the skinny jeans. Like his group.
Then he's cool.
His group of kids was like skinny jeans. Like they drove cars to school. And they
I
were
think
like
the
14.
little gauges are kind of cool,
They're cool.
but when you get the big ass, like,
Your earlobe is this big.
yeah, fuck that. It's like, dude, come on.
Yeah. It's
No,
weird.
not necessary.
I'm not bothered by it, but I'm also entitled to my opinion of it looks
sucks.
wrong and bad.
It's definitely something that a culture does that you shouldn't be doing.
This is really
As a
surprising
white
to hear.
person.
I didn't realize you would be so opinionated about gauges. I'm like, I don't really care about gauges.
I think cultural appropriation, I definitely believe I definitely believe strongly in that because I think everyone's heritage should be
theirs.
theirs and guarded, and like I just think that's so uncool. Like white dudes with dreads, that will never be cool to me ever. Any white person with dreadlocks.
I think it depends fully.
Really?
I think if you
like
are,
the lead singer of Counting Crows, like that guy gets a pass.
does he have dreads?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you can really go down the rabbit hole of like old tribes who had dreads, who
Like
were
Vikings and
like
stuff.
Vikings and other Nordic countries who had dreads, and it's like,
But like in context, like you know that's
yeah,
a black thing predominantly.
Y-
So it's like, dude, you know that.
yeah. I'm like, dude.
Not you, but I mean like people that
I was
are
gonna
like,
say to be completely honest on like the cultural appropriation thing. I'm like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think
the dreads.
I think if you want to like, I think if you're gonna like wear like a poncho and sombrero, and then like make a jackass of yourself like that, yeah, it's like cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
But like, if you want to dress in like traditional Mexican like clothing or whatever, and you're a white person, I'm like, yeah, whatever, who cares? Let them have fun.
I think in context it's
That's what I'm saying. I'm
but
like,
if you're just like a white dude with like dreads posting up at fucking
like ripping wax,
yeah.
yeah. If you work
Like
at a
trying to sell your wax to people.
if you work at a gas station as a white dude and you just smoke and sell wax and you have dreads, that's like you're an asshole. You know what I mean? But there's this guy I follow.
And your name is Trey.
This guy I follow, he's a lot like Liver King, but like he's like real Liver King. He's like not on trend. He's not selling like a
No,
regimen.
I've seen that. He eats like poop meat.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, this is liver. It's been sitting in this
Moldy.
for 2 years. It tastes like poop. Oh, it's peppery. Yeah, he has dreads, and I'm like, he's just like always shirtless. He's always in like the Bahamas, the Caribbean, just all these other places.
He's
I'm
just a feral man.
he's just a feral dude. I'm like, he gets a pass, kind of, for me. I'm like, I don't have an issue with that.
He's not doing it intentionally.
If you have dreads and you also work at Apple, you're an asshole. and you're a white person. If you're a white person with dreads and you work at Apple, that's cultural appropriation.
Any corporate anything.
Yeah, that's cultural appropriation.
If you're a white dude with internet access and you have dreads.
If you have a cell phone
you're
bill,
literally a fuckhead.
if you have a cell phone plan and you're white, with dreads,
you're a fuckhead.
You're an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can all agree on that.
That's hilarious.
That is so fucking funny.
Okay, what are some like is there any white cultural appropriation thing?
I don't know what you would make fun of. I don't know what you would make fun of. I don't know if we have really, because we're all just a melting pot. So it's all German, Irish, Dutch, Polish, Russian, English, all the European countries.
Wasn't it weird that we kind of just envelope? It's weird that you're saying this, but don't we just kind of put like black culture into one big basket?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of in and of itself like intrinsically offensive to subsets of black culture that are not closely related?
Yeah.
Like black American culture is certainly different than
African culture.
African culture. It's certainly different,
Mhm.
you know? So to call it just being like, yeah, black culture, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't know. There's no winning. It's so, I mean, you're just talking about diction and whatever.
Yeah. I think that I love everyone. That's what I know.
I don't even.
That's a like get out of jail free card. Just be like, I love everyone.
I was going to say, I don't even think that.
Who, me?
No, about me.
Oh, you don't think you love everyone?
I don't even think that's true.
That you love everyone?
No. Like, not like intrinsically.
I think I have love for everyone and I can understand people and why people do things, and people do things out of fear and pain. And I think I could see that in every human being. I think as far as that goes, then I can identify with pretty much every human being.
Yeah.
Do I feel bad for every human being? Like people that are fucking evil and doing terrible, evil things? No. But at the same time, there is like a level of humanity that you can, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
When you really are, this was last time I was in Portland, but I will give money to homeless. I don't know why that's such a thing. Like people were like, I don't fucking give money to the homeless. I'll do it. If I have money, I'll give it to homeless. But I gave this woman money and I looked into her eyes and it was like, have you ever looked into someone's eyes and you can like see that they're really dealing with someone, or like she took the money like she needed it so bad and she was so thankful.
Yeah.
And that was just like the icing on the cake. But I think at the end of the day, we all just want to be like understood and like loved and like vulnerable. I think it's really hard to be vulnerable. So I can see that, but I really don't have any. If you're a fucking evil person doing crazy shit that's like hell on earth type shit, I think that's really fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I agree with all that. But what's interesting about this is like kind of similar. What's interesting about the United States?
What?
And like everyone here is always at each other's throats for not being accepting enough. We're like the most accepting country on the planet. Like I've been reading a lot about like, I almost want to be like, no offense, but like I've been reading a lot about like Asian cultures and how they're just like openly like, yeah, we're racist and like proud of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that weird? Like in other cultures, it's like, yeah, no, like non-Asian people are like a no-go. Obviously not everyone. I'm not saying everyone, but yeah, there's like certain countries, I guess I won't even say them because it's like at the risk of sounding ignorant, but there's certain countries where it's like, you really shouldn't go. They're not as touristy friendly as you would think.
Yeah.
If you're a certain type of person, which sucks, but like it does include white people. Like, there's certain bars in certain Asian countries where if they won't let you in if you're white. They will not let you in. And it's like, I'm not playing a fiddle for white people. I'm just using that as a vehicle to say like, if you're other things other than white, you won't be allowed in either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's weird. Other parts of the world are still very racist.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I was seeing that about South Korea.
Oh, okay.
which is really strange to me. That was like I've heard that about Japan. Like, oh, if you think that like people are going to throw you a parade for being like a white tourist in Japan or tourist in Japan, like you're wrong. So I don't know.
I fuck with that though. Why should we get any special treatment?
I don't know.
All I'm going to be doing anyway is going to the Totoro Museum.
Dude, is there any okay, cut this out if you want. Is there any group of people you feel like you're like, yeah, you know what? I love everyone, but if we were making a totem pole, they're the lowest for you.
No, because I have so many friends who are different races who have any prejudice that I had as a kid growing up. Like in Upper St. Clair, it was definitely a bubble, like a white bubble.
Yeah,
for sure.
so I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, was there anything like as a kid, at least as a kid, not now as an adult, but was there any like thought you had as a kid about any certain groups of people?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I thought, well, because you would just hear it all the time, like the adults, like living in a white middle class community. That definitely people are talking about the black community, how they're like afraid of the black community.
Yeah,
That was definitely like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that shit like that wasn't said all the time. I mean, it totally was.
it's still
in school.
It's still said.
Yeah.
It's still said,
But
all the time.
Getting out of Upper St. Clair, where I grew up, upper middle class white area, moving to Los Angeles, every prejudice or thing that I thought that I knew was a fact, I was proven wrong by like everyone that I met. And now I realize that if you believe everything that you're told, like from growing up, especially in a community like that, you're like completely limiting yourself to living an amazing life.
Lots of
meeting awesome
lots of people though. It's like comforting to like they're around all those people who are talking like that. They're like, oh, I just need to talk like this and I'll be accepted by this group. It's easy. Yeah, people do that all the time. There's dude. Yeah, that's definitely still an issue. Like over where I live is like
sketchy.
I live over there fully, obviously, just because it's a beautiful area. I love it. I love the homes, the old stone homes, the slate roofs, whatever. But it's not very accepting.
Yeah.
Though
I think a lot of places in America are just like that. Like old towns who are very conservative in the way that they think, and there's really not a whole lot you can do as far as trying to change their minds.
Apparently over where I live, it's majority. I don't even want to get into it, but it's. I was gonna be like, well, apparently it's majority Democrat, so it's weird that it's not very accepting. But I was like, I don't even want to go into that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
of like
the politics.
Yeah,
game.
Who cares? I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I know where Nate stands now. I don't stand anywhere politically, you know.
Yeah,
but apparently it's supposed to be a super overwhelmingly Democrat area, and I'm like, I find that very interesting that only rich white people live here.
Yeah,
and that you all say racist shit
all the time,
all day, and
literally.
That no black person works here.
Yeah,
and never has. Yeah,
I totally see it.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Is it?
Hilarious old joke as old as time.
I think our generation is gonna destroy a lot of that old.
I don't think we'll be around to see it.
Yeah, well, I think we're making strides.
Yeah, well, that's so. Everyone has like these whole doomsday like energy right now, but like the world has never been more accepting. It's never like the average, the poorest.
Look at my best friend Casey Fry. He's gay. Awesome.
Yeah. Is he fully gay? He's gay. He came out like officially.
I think so.
I didn't know that. I thought that was still like private.
No, his stand up is all about.
I didn't know that.
I've
tried to find his stand up, but
I don't know if there's any clips online. Which is smart. Clips. Which is good. Comedians shouldn't put their shit online because then I could just watch your shit online.
You could do a reel.
And I don't have to see it.
You could do a couple like highlights.
You could do a couple highlights. Fucker.
Dude, dude, can I share something with you seriously?
Sure.
Just to shift the conversation away from who gives a fuck.
Okay.
The stand-up thing, like seriously, like when it comes to Casey, I'm sure he doesn't have any problem selling tickets. And who is I'm not offering advice. I'm just saying from somebody who would be interested in his stand-up, I would really like to see a little snippet, like,
Yeah.
before I like confirm and buy tickets. If I were like going for that, I don't know if he like does shows over here on the East Coast, but
Yeah, he does. He does them everywhere.
really,
Yeah.
has he ever came to Pittsburgh? No,
I don't think so. He should though.
he should come to Pittsburgh.
The
for
Casey
sure.
Fry Show in Pittsburgh, guys.
Casey should definitely come to Pittsburgh.
Who
I think he'd get a huge
thinks
turnout.
Casey should come to Pittsburgh. Put your fucking comments in the lower thing.
But dude, seriously, before I go see someone who I know like from an online space, like Casey or you, Cody Co, I would want to type in Cody Co stand up, and I would want to see a little bit of how he is
It's
up
just
there.
a That's Cringe video. Cody and Noel.
You buy tickets just to see Cody, and you show up and Noel's there, and you're like, but
The hell.
yeah, Noel's. I don't know. That wasn't.
Wow. Epic mean. Epic mean. Come on.
You show up, you buy tickets to Noel, and show up, and Cody's there, and you're
With
like,
his earring.
does he have an earring?
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's pretty badass. Code.
I saw Cody has been doing a bunch of like crazy ass promos for his clothes, I think.
Tiny meat clothes.
Yeah.
Tiny meat wear.
Yeah.
Yinzer versus first episode today.
Is it happening?
Yeah, let's do it.
Remember it was supposed to happen last week?
I say we do it. I say we do Yinzer versus Giant
Aaron's.
Eagle.
Aaron's.
Yeah.
Yinzer versus Aaron's.
Yinzer versus Sig Store Run. Yinzer versus Weed Pen in my car.
Everyone was commenting like, you guys better do Yinzer versus. We didn't.
I say we do it first sode. I feel fine. I'm in the garb. This is the Yinzer versus thing. I say we do it. Should we do it?
Yeah, I have some B-roll shots I took at Pittsburgh.
Nice.
That we can
on your
include.
phone, on your iPhone?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll color grade them. DaVinci Resolve, player. Woo! Guys, Friendship is Kind, episode 31. Yinzer versus first sode. Have an amazing week, everybody. We love you. Latris on the Menjay. Don't forget Charizard base set 2 swirl. Come back for more cards next week. No one may touch this card.
I see it.
Yeah. Except for Nate. 'Cause he's my cousin. And only cousins get to touch each other's cards.
Wow.
But if you've never seen a base set 2 Charizard with a swirl,
J Set Chew.
keep dreaming, baby, because this one's for the books. Latris on the Menjane.